to Netflix. They will report the fourth quarter results after the bell later today. And analysts expect the company to beat on subscriber forecast. Joining us now is Geetha Raghunathan from Bloomberg Intelligence covering Netflix. So it's sort of a lot of the troubles that we had last year seem to have passed. But let's talk about subscriber growth. Where's it going to come from? Where's it going to be the strongest?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. So yes, we are back on track as far as subscriber growth is concerned. There are two major initiatives that Netflix has kind of rolled out over the past few months that should boost subscriber growth. One is, of course, they introduced a new advertising tier, and then they started cracking down on password sharing. So all of the freeloaders, they ultimately have to start paying up. So we are expecting about 9 million new subscribers just in the fourth quarter. That's what the company actually kind of guided to, more or less. That takes Netflix back on track in terms of total year subscriber growth. So for the full year of 2023, if they achieve that 9 million, you'll see Netflix reporting 25 million new subscribers. Oof. That's almost 3 times what they reported back in 2022. So they are definitely back in terms, I mean, their strategies obviously have worked. We're going to see gains managed across the board. So, you know, the United States, of course, is one of their biggest markets. It's the one where actually subscriber growth has been the slowest, you know, just because of market maturation. We're probably going to see about 2 million gains in the U.S. and Canada, and then across the board in the rest of the countries, you know, whether it's Asia-Pac, LATAM, as well as the European markets.
Geetha, I mean, one thing that really has drawn people into Netflix over the past, 5 years or so has been in-house movies, really becoming one of the predominant Hollywood production studios. And that was really led by Scott Stuber when he joined Netflix in 2017. We've learned that he's going to leave. He's going to start a new company. How painful will that be for Netflix to leave Stuber, for Stuber to leave them?
Yeah, I think this has kind of been expected for a while now. So you're absolutely right. Scott Stuber joined from Universal, which is a major studio, back in 2017. He's really been instrumental, Danny, in kind of building and kind of attracting all of the A-list talent, right? Whether it's directors like Martin Scorsese or Spike Lee, all of these Oscar-winning directors and, A-list talent into the company. So he can absolutely be credited for kind of building Netflix into the movie powerhouse that it is. And for many, many years, we've seen Netflix release more movies than all of the other major studios combined. And that's just absolutely huge. I mean, they've released something like 50, 60 movies in a single year. But, I think now we've kind of got to this point where, the content pipeline seems to be in a really good place. You have Bela Baharia, who is kind of leading all of the content efforts at Netflix. And we've heard of, Scott Stuber kind of clashing with Ted Sarandos and, the top management in terms of how to release movies. Remember, Scott really comes from, the studio world, and he wants to kind of go through that traditional release pattern, in a theater. We know that the Netflix management hasn't really taken too kindly to that. So I think. But
I guess it's like what is traditional anymore, Geetha? It's all upended. So I mean, it is definitely interesting to see his departure. Hey, Geetha, we're going to have to end it there. Thank you so much. A great preview, Geetha Raghunathan.